Infinite Magic Raid. Play to slay.
This is DGK and this is going to be Infinite Magic Raid. Let's talk a little bit today about should I use epics for crafting. Okay, so let's go. When we're going to come down in here in the craft and we're trying to, what we're ultimately always trying to do is craft 5 stars. Always. So as we run through this thing of epics here, I have, as you guys probably do by now too, just a plethora of epics. Especially this is a free-to-play account. But should we use them to craft or not? Well, let's talk about that. We absolutely should. And I know there's a lot of other videos out there that are going to tell you, hey, don't worry about the epics. That is not true. That is not true at all. Because, just because you get this great legendary. Let's just go down here and let's check out, let's just check out Sinton for a minute. This would be great. He's got a provoke on all these. He's got a chance to counterattack when hit, all this great stuff. But look, like I've said before, if you don't have the scrolls to do all these, if you got 12 legendaries, you need hundreds of scrolls. We don't have that. That's even too much for the whales to pay for at this point. So that provoke is only going to be at a 20% chance. And, you know, we're going to need those scrolls to get it up, and that's all completely random. So let's talk about which ones you should and shouldn't. That's completely up to you. But I'm going to tell you this. The key thing that we're going to look for, and it's very, very important. We go down here in the dungeons. We are going to watch this Faction Abyss and our Tower of Mark. They're not the same, but essentially we're looking for the same thing. So let's go in here to red. Okay, we get up here to floor 15. We're going to look and we're going to see what we have. If we do not have a legendary that is going to provide a severe wound or a really good attack. If we got 5 tanks, it ain't doing us any good. And if our only legendary is an attacker is a legendary, and we don't want to feed them books because it's not really something we want, then my goodness, we want to keep some of those epics. And some of these epics are better than these legendaries anyways. I'm telling you, I've been showing you guys. So let's go check it out. So let's separate them. It's the easiest for me to do. Let's go for Mark. All right, so in the yellows, we're going to want somebody that's got a severe wound, which is very, very, very important. So you can kind of look through here. You can find somebody who has one. You can find somebody who does not. We looked at the one I talked about yesterday. This is going to be mine. Sedora. Okay, now let's skip down. We got an attacker in here. We do. We got a healer. We got some tanks if we need them. We got all kinds of good stuff in there. We got a reviver even. Okay, so let's go down. So basically, as you looked in our light heroes, these are the ones I'm trying to build currently. All the rest of these I really don't have a use for currently, so I can go ahead and eat these if I want. Go ahead and use them to make 5 stars out of epics. It's fine, but now look, I'm not going to use him because I'm obviously building him. I'm building up Hardic up top there. At some point in time, I may want to build. I just didn't want to jump on the bandwagon with everybody else. I may want to build a holder. I don't really need one. I have enough in that category. As I look through, I could use almost all these besides those hard axe. I think I can actually eat all of them. All right, now cool. Let's jump down to the next faction. All right, here we go. I have my turn meter here. I have 2 attackers, a debuffer, some healers. So I need a severe wound. So I'm going to come down here. I found her. That's an epic. She's a beautiful epic. I love Deschanel. So, okay, we got that. We got some healers. We got attackers. We're good there. Now we can eat the rest of these epics up here. Yeah, we might build him. We even have a tank if we need it. All right, so let's come down here. We're in the blue category now. So we have a heal, a cleanse, a buff. We have a control with an AoE damage. So basically, we got a tank there. We have our severe wound here. We got some attackers if we need them. I'm going to try to build her up. I've been wanting to. I like what she does, Zaviro. I've done a spotlight on her. But the rest of these here, no need for them. I'm going to eat them. I understand some of these guys have huge shields. I don't need them right now. So we're getting in the red. Let's look at it. We got an AoE debuff. We got a debuff. We got a control debuff, AoE damage. We do not have here a severe wound. I got nothing that can keep that boss from cleansing. So I'm going to have to look through these epics here to find one that does. Or even if I have one that does. And I don't. So I'm going to need to pull for one. So eating these in this category right now, I got nothing for it. I'm going to need something or need some huge big damage here. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for in this category. So essentially what you can do here is you've looked through and you've decided what you want. Go over here in the craft. Hit the quick craft. hit the consume epic heroes, and you can take out the ones you don't. Now, I might like to try to build him, so I'm going to take him out. But you can do this too. Okay, so we're going to take that out because I don't want to waste her. I see they're eating a lot here. You don't... Yeah. We can take out a lot of these like this. We can go like this. Any of these that are level 80s, let's take these out. We're just trying to make 5 stars at this point. I don't want to make a Hardock. So, you could do it that way. That takes a lot of work. Let's not do that. But you can do it that way, just to be fair. So, let's go down here and let's find some of these ones I don't generally care about. Like this guy. I'm not going to build him up. So, we can feed him one of these. I'm building him. He's on one of my teams already, so we'll skip with him. We can go down here. We can grab these 3. I'm not going to build this one. Boom, boom, boom. We got it there. I'm never going to use the bird. Crap. Bam. Don't worry about it. You're not going to use those. You will keep pulling them. It's all good. Okay, so you can absolutely use those for crafting. And don't worry about getting them later. The other part we're going to talk about real quick is in the dungeon here, you're going to get in this faction abyss, so you're also going to need to be mindful of what you are trying to get here. Okay? So that's going to be the same for these. You're going to need a severe wound. You're going to need a healer. You're going to need some DPSs. Okay? So watch what you're doing with that. But absolutely, you can eat most any of them epics. If you see an epic come up, though, I'm going to give you this right now. And this is a big tip from me to you. If you see an epic come up, like I had talked about, let's just go in here and look at them. Like here with this Chanel. You're not going to get a lot of copies of her. And you know why? Because she's very, very good for an epic. And you are not just going to stack copies of her. It's going to be a little more difficult to get. So if you're seeing things that you're just pulling constantly, like this here, where is he? Eden, left and right. I get her all day. Don't worry about eating all of them. You'll get more. Okay, so that's my advice there on whether you can use those epics for crafting or not. And as we're getting ready for the weekend, guys, check it out. New heroes coming out. This weekend, we're going to have 2 new legendary heroes. Olga, who's going to be from the Holy Light Parliament. She's an attacker. We're going to have Taru, who's from a Foresters. He's defense. We're going to have 1 new epic, which I'm really excited to see. I know nothing about any of these yet. It's going to be Sonovi from the Dragon Tribe support. So I'm hoping that Dragon Tribe support has a severe wound for me. I'm going to love it. All right. So anyways, that's how you can tell whether you want to craft, use things to craft or not. Use your crafting wisely. Do not just build a holder because everyone else has a holder. This is not a good idea. So alright guys, for now and for today, hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, hit subscribe and like. Thanks for watching, guys.